Well, Greg, this... matchup features two teams that want to slow things down and run their offense in the half court.
Yeah, both sides are methodical. They want to get into their sets and create quality looks and also have floor balance. I'd be surprised if we see a ton of fast break opportunities tonight.
So the next starting five. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Cam Thomas is out there with Russell. And it's Williams at the three. Thomas against Hero. Claxton a screen on Hero. Thomas, that's good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. It's a three-point game. Now Adebayo. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Claxton finds Russell. Claxton a screen on Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. From deep, Thomas. Offensive rebound, Williams. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And that one falls for Williams. Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
Now, Hero. Back to Mitchell. It's tipped. Kicks it out to Hero. Pulls it up. Brooklyn with the rebound.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Shoots. And the Nets miss again. The Heat have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Wiggins from outside. Good on the triple.
Right now, helping the offense out by creating space. Andrew Wiggins deadly enough from that spot.
Out left to the wing. Claxton the pass to Thomas. And the 3 off target. The Heat have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Wiggins kicks to Mitchell. Adebayo with a screen for Mitchell. From the arc. The rebound by Johnson.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
And the gamble paying off.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. Now Hero. After D'Angelo Russell's three-pointer that didn't go. That doesn't fall either. He's missed his first 2 shots tonight. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. It's Thomas outside. It's hauled in by the Heat. 1:27 left to play here in the first. Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft. GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
Here's Adebayo. After D'Angelo Russell's bucket, Hero can't get that one to fall. Johnson at the elbow. Over Adebayo. Johnson's shot is off.
Well, the defense was right up on him, so electing to go for the fadeaway there to create some room, well, that makes sense.
Mitchell finds Hero, puts up a deep three. Adebayo against Russell. Adebayo with the bucket.
Well, how about that? Bam stepping out just a little bit from the mid-range with a soft touch.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Claxton and a screen on Mitchell. And Claxton throws it down.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. Wiggins. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Fires the three. Not going to go that time. It could go. Unable to get that one. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Nets out in front, up 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Duncan Robinson out there with Mitchell. Then it's Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
And Wiggins anticipated that one. He saw the foul coming, and he made sure to get that one off.
One thing you can pretty much count on with the Heat, Brent Barry, they're going to grind it out.
Yeah, this team has always been built around tenacity and toughness. Even with the big three, with LeBron, D-Wade, and Bosh, there was a bit of a metamorphosis with the way LeBron approached games. Kind of being hated on was something they embraced, and that culture demands that hustle accountability and will consistently be about their culture.
It's Thomas outside, drains the three-pointer. Thomas got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
Shot from the wings, Green for 2 points. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Over in the corner, Williams. Robinson against Thomas. Shot clock at 6. Russell with a wide open look. Gets an open look and hits. Russell's got 7.
No hesitation as D'Angelo Russell, someone who does not lack confidence.
Here's Robinson. Rebound by Williams. Nets leading by 4. Outside Russell. Pass to Claxton. Outside Williams. Outside Russell. No good there off the double clutch. The Heat have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Robinson misses. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And D'Angelo Russell with the 3. Now it's a 7-point Nets lead.
He changes speeds so well, so when D'Lo shows off the quickness, that shot can come from just about anywhere.
For 3, Mitchell. It's hauled in by Claxton. Nets have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Johnson kicks to Thomas. Back to Johnson. And stolen by Russell. And now the fast break. Thomas with the ball. Dives for it, and Brooklyn turns it over again.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
The Heat trail by 7. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Here's Ware. Still scoreless.
But he wants that one over again. I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
Russell from long range. It's Adebayo with the rebound. Adebayo's got 4 rebounds now tonight. But G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
And now really feeling it as he's gotten off to a great start.
And a wide open look here for Wiggins. A three-pointer is right on target. Wiggins has got 8 points.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Hits it from three-point range.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from Rain.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now it's a shootout.
And it's Wiggins missing. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Williams for 3. Claxton the pass to Thomas. Second shot opportunity. That one wide left. The Heat trail by 9. Robinson for 3. And the Heat another 3.
That's his game right there. Robinson, one of the more deadly shooters in the NBA.
Thomas against Robinson. Thomas kicks to Russell. Pocket 6. Williams for 3. It's hauled in by the Heat. Adebayo's got his 5th rebound in this one. 2 seconds separating the shot clock in game. Robinson misses. Brooklyn leading by 6. Floats one. And it's Russell missing. Fast break, here we go. Launches it from deep. And it's Robinson that time on the assist by Mitchell. He has 6.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Nets lead by 3. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the 3rd quarter after this break. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Starting off the second half, here's Jordy Fernandez's 5. Watford out there with Wilson. Then it's Sharp. Then it's DeAnthony Melton. The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times, but they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
Great positioning on the putback. And the Nets lead by 4.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
That bucket in no time at all. Burks has got 6 in the quarter.
That's just a lapse right there. No matter what, somebody has to be there and get a hand up in the shooter's face.
Launches a 3. The shot, no good. Miami's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the 3rd quarter. Here's Highsmith. And that's good. Robinson picking up the assist. Highsmith's got the lead up to 2 now for the Heat. Pass to Melton. And we're just about a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of basketball. Bangs home the trifecta.
And you know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up. And
here's Burks. He has 6. This one for three. And again, Miami with the triple.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Burks the pass to Jovic. The three. Drills it from outside. Jovic has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Robinson against Melton. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. Outside Robinson. Pass to Hawkins. Here's Jovic. Offline with his three.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Knocked loose. You know, a trend that's been unmistakable, Greg, over the last few decades has been the number of positionless players.
Yeah, and I think that's a great thing, right? So many players now with diversity in their skill set, and there's no need to commit a player to a certain role just based on their size.
Well, Heat leading by 3. Hawkins the pass to Robinson. From deep three-point territory. Miami no good on that time either.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Offensive rebound. Off with the layup.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Burks in the corner. Puts up a 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Sharp's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Here's Wilson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to go on Alec Burks.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Tyler Hero, he's checked in for Robinson. He doesn't get the second one. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street name after him.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Wilson. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the Miami Heat. The lead is 2. Hawkins can't hit. Watford inside. First trip to the line for him here.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
First one falls for him.
D'Anthony Melton. 2.
Melton hits them both. Outside, Hero. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Third quarter comes to a close, and a battle brings it to a tie. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2.
Welcome to the fourth.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Nets shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. They've got Adebayo. Mitchell is out there with Hero. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Ware in at center. It's the group on the floor for Miami. And Davion Mitchell gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Claxton, and it's Russell in the corner over Mitchell. And Russell with the basket on the assist by Johnson. And the Nets lead by 2.
Well, that's a sweet lefty stroke from D'Angelo.
Adebayo with a screen for Mitchell. For the three. No good that time.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Scooped up. Pass to Claxton. Johnson outside. Andrew Wiggins grabs the ball.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
The three ball, and the three ball is good.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
They're pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Heat.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
The three from Thomas. It's hauled in by the Heat.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all. And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Pass to Wiggins. Over Williams. Offensive rebound. Basket good. Ware's got his first basket.
You don't want to ever give up points on the boards. That's the lesson for the team there. That's a hustle play to save points.
Russell kicks to Williams. Will it go? Carries it from three-point range.
Sometimes it's the simple play that's most effective. D'Lo with a nice assist.
And a wide open look for Hero. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And that three was big. I mean, it cancels out the triple at the other end, and that appeared to really tighten this game up.
That's it, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Russell.
Well, D'Angelo Russell not scared of the big moment.
Outside, Hero. And yep, and it drops after rolling around the rim. Nets trail by 7. Thomas feeling it out a bit. Pass to Claxton. Out to Russell. On the wing, Johnson. 5 on the clock. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Johnson finds Thomas. The three. Miami grabs the miss. Adebayo's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Hero fires from way outside. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist.
And Hero demonstrating his confidence. That range looks limitless.
And Russell puts up a deep three. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. On the wing, Mitchell. He's guarded by Russell. Deep Adebayo. Rebound by Williams.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Russell passes to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
When you're super creative like D'Angelo is, playing in the pick and roll becomes a really fun game within the game.
Thomas against Hero. Pulls up on the wing. Johnson with the rebound. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. The shot by Williams, no good. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Hero from long range sinks the three-pointer. Hero's got the lead up to 11 now for the Heat.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here. And
a deep three from Hero. And so it's Miami winning this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being...
Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
I think we've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
Now the opening lineup for Atlanta. Risache and Johnson, they're the forwards. Dyson Daniels out there with Trae Young. And it's a Kongwu in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Can't blame them. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Daniels passes to Young. Goes up from the top of the key. Good as the jump shot falls.
I didn't see that coming. He sinks a pretty dicey shot.
Mitchell with the ball. Pass to Hero. Fires for three. That one's good. Mitchell making the play.
Yeah, absolutely no hesitation from Hero. He shoots at will from range.
Right wing. From behind the arc. Adebayo grabs the board. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Miami Heat. Well, Coach, the Heat have had some deep playoff runs recently, making the finals twice in 5 years.
Yeah, Brian, and what's really interesting is that they've only been higher than a 5 seed once in that span. They just hit a different gear in the playoffs.
And the shot goes.
And Young isn't just a scorer. He also takes pleasure in creating opportunities for others.
Hawks foul. First personal foul. First team foul.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Adebayo. Sinks it from just inside the baseline.
I mean, what do you expect when you give him the clear look? That's just too easy.
And it is dangerous to let him get it going this early.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Wiggins for three. Rebound Atlanta. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Daniels, that one's true.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
Shot is up. It's wide right, hits off the rim. The Hawks have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Okongwu finds Young. The three is up. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
Yeah, Trae Young can change the course of a game with his outside shooting.
For Miami, they've gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Just moments ago, Eric Spoelstra and I were able to chat. I asked him about how difficult it is to game plan for someone like Trae Young, and Coach said to me, I told our players to play up on him. The more he moves and runs around, the more likely he is to get into a rhythm, so we need to stay aggressive against him. Sounds like this might be a very physical game, guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Now here's Adebayo. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Mitchell. Shoots over Johnson. Mitchell misses.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
To the left side wing. Okongwu, a screen on Hero. Here's Daniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got 3 assists in the game.
And it seems like Daniels is comfortable all over the floor.
And you watch Dyson Daniels on the floor, Coach. He's everywhere on defense.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the best guys disrupting offenses and getting deflections. He gets his hands in passing lanes. Effort like that will always find minutes.
Okongwu, no good.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
4-3. The kick out to Young. Here's Risache. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Yeah, what a look. I mean, Young, a high-level passer.
Pass to Ware. Wiggins outside. Atlanta with the rebound. Okongwu's got his 4th rebound in this one. Johnson for 3. The rebound by Ware. Ware's got 4 rebounds in the game. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Wiggins. And again, no good by Miami. Young against Mitchell. Young, the pass to Daniels. The kick out to Young. Fires it. Oh, he missed the chippy right there.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got...
And so the first quarter is in the books. The Hawks on top. They're up by 5. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Atlanta?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
Jovic and Bam play together inside. Davion Mitchell is out there with Tyler Hero. And it's Wiggins in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Mitchell against Young. The 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Heat trail by 5. Coach, when you talk about the Atlanta Hawks, you got to start with Trae Young.
One of the most exciting players to watch in the NBA, Brian. He can shoot the ball from anywhere on the floor. He's a great ball handler and one of the most creative passers in the game.
Daniels, that one's true.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Here's Wiggins. Rebound Atlanta. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Jalen Johnson is developing the complete game. He said, I watch the guys who do everything. That's my mindset. I want to be at least solid in every department and then keep building on that, adding bits and pieces here and there. Brian, his versatility is already drawing attention league-wide.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Allie. Thank you. Here's Adebayo. The rebound by Atlanta. Right side Young. Pass to Daniels. Let's go with a 3. Adebayo grabs the board. Heat trail by 7. Here's Wiggins. And fouled as he went up to dunk. Good aggressive move. He'll shoot a pair. That one on Johnson. And it just seems like shelf life for head coaches gets shorter and shorter. Stan, even winning coaches aren't safe.
Yeah, even the teams in the top 2 or 3 of their conference are sometimes opting to make a change. In that kind of environment, it's a challenge to coach with any real authority.
Really good passing wing. Ricochet isn't a ball stopper. He really looks for his teammates.
Out to the right wing. Here's Jovic. Again, the Heat misses.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And he lobs it up top. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Robinson, he's checked in for Hero. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And pick 20th back in 2021. Jalen Johnson might end up being the steal of that draft, coach.
Well, look, Brian, when we see guys take a big jump like Johnson has, it's usually because they have shot the ball better like he has. He's really blossomed during his 3rd year and still has plenty of room to grow.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him at all times or he will bury you.
Pass to Daniels. Unloads. Rebounded by Jovic. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Heat. 8-point game. Here's Wiggins. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got his third assist of the night.
Yeah, good mechanics on Wiggins' shot right there. Now, he definitely has a natural talent for shooting the ball.
Ricochet. Adebayo grabs the board.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he could.
Robinson for three. No good there.
Well, the defense got lucky there. More often than not, he's making that shot.
From deep, Johnson hits the trifecta. Johnson's got 5.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Robinson. Now Young with a steal. Outside Johnson. Now Young. The three. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got 5 rebounds tonight. Launches it. Robinson can't hit. The Hawks lead by 9. Young with it. Guarded now by Mitchell. To the left wing. Johnson for 3. Rebound by the Heat. Adebayo's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Outside Robinson. 3-pointer. Buries it. He's 2 for 4 in this game.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Young against Mitchell from outside the arc. Offensive board. Johnson on the wing. Down low. Adebayo with a steal. Wiggins outside. Over Ricochet. Rebounded by the Hawks. Johnson's got 6 rebounds in the game. Lets the 3 fly. Here's Ricochet. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so that brings the first half to a close. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We're seeing a tremendous game from Trae Young.
Hey, we didn't expect this. Not normally a big-time assist maker. He's done a great job moving the ball around.
Yeah, and I'm a little surprised, but he's been focused on passing the ball. You gotta give him credit.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder. George Niang out there with Larry Nance. And then it's Karis LeVert, then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Krejci in at the 2 spot. The Hawks lead by 3. And your first NBA coaching job was with the Miami Heat, Stan. I was as an assistant back in the 90s, just a few years ago.
Yeah, just a few, Brian. And the Heat have changed a lot. The game has changed a lot over those years. Look, back then, the Heat were probably the most physical team in the NBA, and it was just knockdown, drag-out fights all the time.
Buries it from 3. Burks has got his second bucket of the night.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Man.
Heat trail by 4. Outside Burks. From outside, off the mark. The Hawks have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Niang with it, and it's Robinson picking him up. Pass to Krejci. Now Niang fires the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. And the Hawks lead by 7.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest that shot.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
KBA, the Hawks are figuring it out. Coach Quinn Snyder said, growth isn't linear. We want to just keep improving. The players have bought in, they're working, they're practicing hard, hitting the film. Everybody has been absolutely coachable. I think we're learning. Guys, it's all about the journey here.
Yeah, I'm trying to take that next step. That's how it's done. Thanks, Allie. And the call over the back.
I don't know what he was thinking about there. Easy over the back call.
Yeah, come on. He knows better than to commit that foul. If you don't have position, they're going to call that every time.
Outside Robinson. And again, it's Miami from deep. Atlanta leading by 4. Pass to Krejci. Outside man. The 3-ball. Rebound Miami.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
One thing's for sure, when Duncan Robinson is on the court, he has the greenest of green lights, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, look, he's one of the most lethal shooters around. He draws intense defensive attention, and then he's added to his game as a passer and as a guy who can take the ball to the basket.
And it's Larry Nance with a foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
The Heat have got 5 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Burks for 3. Oh, almost had a 4-point play right there. But he'll go to the line with a chance for 3. Despite ups and downs, the Atlanta Hawks have remained in the hunt season to season, Stan.
Well, Brian, this team has a lot of resilience. They're scrappy, they're hardworking, and it's helped them stay on the margins, at least, of the playoff picture.
Okongwu's checked in for Nance.
Well, not a perfect trip to the line, but he gets the one he needed to put them in the driver's seat.
And here's LeVert for 3. The rebound by Burks.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Robinson passes to Burks. Beyond the arc. No good.
Yeah, no, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Here's man. They get the rebound. Back to Niang. On the wing man. Fires from deep. Knocks it down from distance. Man's got 7 now in this quarter.
Oh, nice ball movement by LeVert. A welcome sign for this team.
Pass to Ware. Here's Highsmith. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Krejci. Back to man. Now here's Niang. There's the triple. Highsmith grabs the board. From deep three-point land. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Burks has got 14 points for the game. Pass to Krejci. Shot is up. Miami grabs the miss. Ware's got 6 rebounds here tonight. For 3, Robinson. The Heat rebound. Atlanta's gotten 3 of 6 threes to fall in the third quarter. And the pass to Niang. Lets it go from deep. Pure from three-point range. 9 points in the game. And what a wild one this has been.
8 lead changes, some big plays, and some big mistakes, too.
Burks for 3. The long-distance 3 is buried. Burks has got 17 points here in the second half. LeVert outside. 1 second left. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding? And at the close of the third quarter, still a close game. Both teams putting up points in a hurry. Hawks ahead, leading by 1. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Jovic and Bam play together inside. Tyler Hero is out there with Davion Mitchell, and it's Wiggins in at the small forward position. That's the group in the game for the Heat. Here's Krejci. Offline with a 3. Mitchell with the ball, and it's Man picking him up. Wiggins from long range. Okongwu with the rebound. Okongwu's got 7 rebounds in the game. Man, the pass to Okongwu. This one for 3. Drills it from deep. And the Hawks lead by 4.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Mitchell finds Adebayo. Hero left side. The rebound by Atlanta. They've led by as many as 11. Outside man to the middle. Over to the left wing. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball.
Well, that's an unforced error. If you want to drive your coach crazy, that's the way to do it.
A big group substitution here for Atlanta. Johnson, he's checked in for Niang. Risachet comes in for Mann. Daniels is checked in for Krejci. And it's Trae Young in for Levert. And Atlanta making a change here. Capella's checked in.
Coming onto the floor for the Hawks.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Hero for three. Fires in the triple.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
And so Hero will bring it up for the Heat. They trail by one. A good look from Wiggins. The wide open shot is on the money.
And this team wants Wiggins to be assertive on offense. It's so good to see him looking to score.
They grab their own miss. Pass to Daniels. Screen by Capella. Here's Risachet. 5 to shoot. Young looking around. The fader. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Outside Young. Pass to Daniels. That's in. Coming off an assist from Young. Young's got assist number 8 here already in the game. Mitchell against Young. Fades and shoots. The rebound by the Hawks.
Well, the defense was giving him that one, but he made the shot more difficult than it needed to be. You gotta play smart.
Pass to Wiggins. Three-pointer. Another shot. And he lays it in.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
Capella finds Young. Trae quick on the take. Ooh, give him his 5th make of the game in 10 attempts.
You see the trust Young's guys have in him. When they need a bucket, he gets it for them.
Hero for 3. Capella with a rebound. The Hawks lead by 4. The 3 from Risachet. Offensive board. Out to the right wing. From deep, Johnson knocks down the triple.
And the D's got to be better. I mean, that's a high-quality look for him.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Hero outside. Takes the 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Hero's got 6 in the quarter.
In these moments, Hero knows he has to step up, so he works hard to find the bucket.
Here's Young. Adebayo grabs the board. Heat trail by 4. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter here. Hero no good. Atlanta's gone 3 of 7 from the perimeter during the fourth. Young from long range, and the Hawks with another 3.
It's another big night for Trae Young. A relentless scorer, constantly testing your defense.
Hero for 3. Oh, he nails it! And now they trail by just 4.
A huge bucket for Hero. I mean, we've seen it do it in the finals, and the moment not too big for Tyler.
Young from long range. Young missing again. And it's Miami's ball. For 3, Wiggins finds Mitchell. To the inside. Now here's Wiggins. Outside Mitchell. Pass to Hero. From downtown. It falls! And that one brings them within 1.
whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Oh my, Reese Shea, just huge.
Atlanta foul. Personal foul. Second team foul. Now into the lineup for the Hawks. Number 17.
There's 6 seconds left to play in the fourth.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And so they foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
That should put this game on ice, not leaving any points behind.
No good. So it's Atlanta picking up the win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
Jay, this could be... battle won in the trenches. Each team with a formidable front court.
Yeah, both these teams are loaded with a lot of skill down low. Kind of old school. Should be a physical contest.
Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. In the post, it'll be Johnson and Okongwu. Daniels out there with Young. And it's Rizashea in at the small forward. Russell against Young. Fades. It's hauled in by Claxton. And here are the Nets. It's a three-point game. Whoops, they pick off the pass. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And Young kicks to Okongwu. Off target from outside. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. And Thomas has it in the corner. No good on the three. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Young from outside drills the three-pointer.
And that corner three isn't a huge part of Young's game, but his accuracy can make it work.
We're talking about Trae Young here, GA. What stands out most about him to you?
Well, Kevin, I'd say just how confident he is, right? He plays with that unique energy and swagger. You love him if he's on your team and can't stand him if he's playing against you.
And the shot is good.
And hard to miss the wide open man that time. Kudos to Young for finding him.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks very much. I was able to talk to Jordy Fernandez for a minute. Now, I asked him about trying to slow down Trae Young, and the coach said you have to get the ball out of his hands. He can hurt you with the pass and with a shot. I'm not going to be surprised if you see them blitzing and doubling him a good portion of the game. Back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Johnson the screen. Here's Russell. And count it from 19 feet away.
A quick-minded player. Russell can adapt to defenses and put the ball through the hoop.
Young against Russell. Young's shot is off. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. From deep, Thomas, and the Nets another three.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
The Hawks trail by 6. Pass to Daniel. Shot to stop the run. Atlanta again missing.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Thomas kicks to Russell. Young with the steal. Daniels with it. Williams picks him up. Lobbed up there for Johnson. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. It's Thomas, high post. Pass to Claxton. Back to Thomas. Out to Russell. Shot clock at 5. Offensive rebound. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
Young with no one around. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow.
You know, the range Young has really is unlimited. He just feels comfortable shooting as soon as he crosses half court. And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Young pass to Johnson. Three-pointer. The basket good. Off the assist from Young. Johnson's got 5.
You know, such a selfless player. I love how Young stays consistent in how he involves his teammates.
And it's Russell missing. The Hawks trail by 3. Pass to Rizashea. A fader. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
And such a nice stroke for a rookie. Ricochet looking like a polished shooter already.
Spins. Thomas dishes to Russell. Thomas feeling it out a bit. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And Young kicks to Johnson from outside the arc. That one, no good. Tie game in Brooklyn. And will return shortly. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Aggressive at running guys to the backboard. You could tell it was part of their game plan coming in.
Yeah, it's clearly a focus for them in this one, and no question that all the second chance looks are paying off.
Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Russell is out there with Thomas, and it's Williams at the small forward position. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Johnson, good.
That's a guy you want taking shots, a quality offensive player.
Since making it to the Eastern Conference Finals in 2021, the Atlanta Hawks haven't been that good.
And it was hard to tell if that was a Cinderella run at the time, but Kevin, looking like that might have been the outlier. The Hawks took some risks to get back there, but it just hasn't worked.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. I asked Quinn Snyder what he enjoys most about coaching, and the Hawks coach said the opportunity to compete in such an intense way. Also, the tactics of the game and the intellectual part of player development. It's rewarding to see and have a part in someone's growth and improvement. Kevin?
David, that's coaching, right? Growth and development. A mind for the game, for sure. I've always respected Coach Snyder. Young with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Three-pointer, Daniels. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jacks up a three. And it's Russell missing.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Okongwu with a screen on Johnson. Young. Pass to Daniels. Here's the three. Johnson from outside. Nailed from three-point land. Johnson's got 8 points.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Johnson sets the screen for Russell. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And now here comes Daniel. In the break. Oh, he really broke up that transition opportunity. Looks like it'll be a transition take foul. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And last season, 86% from the line. So he's always had that calm presence at the line no matter the situation.
Here's Johnson. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Daniels has got 3 assists now in this one. Johnson outside. Deflects the pass, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Thomas, good. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. The most important thing, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Thomas outside. Good on the three-point shot. And it's an 8-point Nets lead.
Using outstanding floor awareness there. Russell's ability to pick apart the defense and find the open man.
Bounce pass Young. Daniels inside the line. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. Brooklyn's gone 4-7 on three-point shots in the second quarter. Claxton the pass to Thomas. It's Russell with the drive. It's in the bucket for his 4th field goal, shooting at a 4 of 9 clip.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
He was all alone on that one. Johnson's got 8 points in the quarter.
And with that three-pointer, how about ending that 11-0 run by Brooklyn?
Thomas passes to Claxton. And a miss there on the triple. And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. They trail by 7. Johnson kicks to Young. Johnson with a screen on Russell. Young's shot is off.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Pass to Thomas. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Thomas got the lead up to 10 now for Brooklyn.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Daniels with it. Williams picks him up. Daniels, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Here's Riesesheim. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Cam Thomas getting it done for Brooklyn. He witnessed him delivering a series of three-pointers as he notched 3 total in the... Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Jalen Johnson has been sensational.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. They've got Karis LeVert. Niang out there with Nance. Then it's Terrence Mann. And it's Krejci in at the 2. You know, the hopes of a super team in Brooklyn did not come to fruition at all, Richard. And you saw it firsthand.
Thank you for reminding me of that, Kevin. Yes, I had a front row view to it. And look, from a fan's perspective, it's a tough take. The team brings in some of the biggest stars this league has ever seen. You are thinking championship, and you never got close.
The Hawks trail by 7. Nance passes to Niang. Over Wilson. Down he goes. Nice one there from Niang. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Pass to Melton. Off target from 3-point range. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Mann passes to Niang. 3-pointer, LeVert, and he's good on the 3-ball.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
But it took them a little while to get there. Just goes to show, as long as you persevere, you'll figure your way out.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Niang, no good.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Watford, and slam dunk by Watford.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Here's Krejci. A 3-pointer off the mark. Brooklyn leading by 7. Sharp finds Watford. Over Nance. The shot by Watford, no good. The Hawks have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
LeVert defending. And it's Melton, top of the key. Screen by Watford. Just 4 to shoot. They get it back. Kicks it out to Wilson.
Last 2 minutes to play. Third quarter.
Another shot. LeVert grabs the miss.
Hey, look, I'm not going to lie here. That's a shot that he needs to be making. There are no excuses.
Took him no time at all on that one. Mann's got 6.
A solid passer at his position. LeVert excels at finding his teammates when they're open.
Pass to Watford. Fires for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 5 points in the game.
See, he had time to line it up, and you know what? He's capable.
Puts up a deep 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
On the wing, Melton. Lets it go with a 3. They get it back. Here's Sharp. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Sharp's got his first points in this one. The Hawks trail by 6. Nance a screen. And again, Atlanta with the triple.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Back to Melton. From deep. Buries it from three-point range. Melton's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Nets. Now LeVert takes a 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
From range, LeVert's one of those guys you have to respect his shot. He makes enough from beyond where you have to honor it.
Sharp sets the pick for Melton. For Atlanta, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. Pass to Niang. Now LeVert. Back to Niang. Fader on the way. That one's not going to go.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. It's the Nets up 3. And time for the short break. And stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page, woo.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Cam Thomas is out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Nance outside. LeVert the pass to Mann. Takes the 3. Cranes the three-pointer.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball game.
60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Outside Russell. Outside Williams. It's Thomas on the wing. There's the 3. Aaron Nance comes up with the rebound. The Hawks trail by 5. Here's Krejci. And it's good for 2. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Johnson outside. Back to Russell. Beyond the arc. They grab their own miss. Thomas. Tries again. The tray. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. Johnson's shot is off. That's leading by 6. Outside, Russell. Rebound by the Hawks. Okongwu's now got his 5th rebound in this one. Three-pointer, Daniels. Atlanta again, missing. Nets have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter. Thomas outside. There's Williams, and he banks in the layup. And the Nets lead by 8.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
Young's shot is good.
This is why people are just so high on Young, because he comes through with big shots in the game.
And a deep three from Russell. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Fires the 3. Rebound, Brooklyn. Claxton's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Here's Thomas. Nice shot from the wing. Thomas got 19 points.
Getting everyone involved. Russell operating the offense like a seasoned vet.
Young for 3. It's hauled in by Claxton.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Williams for 3. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. And now it's a 10-point Nets lead.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Here's Russell. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Rizichet wide open. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
Yeah, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Outside Thomas. Puts up a 3. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
So calm when the game is on the line. Young knows it's his job to bring this game home.
Outside Williams. Nice open look, but it's no good. And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. 6-point game. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to Young. Johnson sends the screen for Young. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
And that one's good. Russell.
And, you know, we talk about feel and reading the situation. Russell gets an opening there and does not flinch.
So it's Brooklyn with the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
quite often is how effective a three-tooled big man can be. When you can drive it, pass it, shoot it, score it, do all the things they can, it changes the geometry of the floor.
And the starting lineup for Miami. Mitchell out there with Tyler Hero. Then it's Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Ware in at the 5.
Put Hero anywhere on the arc, and he'll shoot it. I mean, he is so confident.
Now here's Russell. Fires the 3. He drops it from range.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Adebayo up top, covered by Johnson. Fades. Williams grabs the board.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
First quarter of play, a minute in. At 6'9", Bam Adebayo is on the shorter side of centers. Yet he is elite defensively, Grant.
He's been top 5 in Defensive Player of the Year voting a bunch of times. Bam has an incredible motor, a great IQ, and he's a switchable big. That's huge in today's game.
Hero, the pass to Adebayo. Back to Hero. Takes a 3. Claxton with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Brooklyn. We chatted about strategy against Andrew Wiggins, and Coach put it simply. He said, quote, "We just got to stay on him at the arc on the inside. We can't let him give our defenders the slip." So the defense is going to try to stay as glued to the nimble Wiggins as possible for this one.
Thanks for that, Allie. And the Nets with possession here. They've gone on an 8-0 run. Puts up a 3. And the Nets, another 3.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
But if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Now here's Hero. Adebayo finds Hero. He shoots. Good. And the assist goes to Adebayo. Hero's got 5.
Clean jumper there by Hero. He really knows his shot well.
Shot on the wing. A shot by Russell, no good. And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Miami Heat. 6-point game. And finished off by Adebayo.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he? Now here's Russell. Here's Claxton. The kick out to Johnson. Launches a 3. Drains the triple.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Heat trail by 7. Doris, it's interesting, but the Nets franchise has never won an NBA championship.
That's absolutely correct, because their titles came before the merger. Now, since they've joined this league, they did go to the finals for a couple of times. Had Jason Kidd, who was the driver of success, but no championship in this modern era.
Now here's Thomas. Give him 8. Let's go with a 3. He buries it from 3. 11 points in the game.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
Here's Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
The aggressiveness of Adebayo. He plays with so much energy and force close to the bucket.
Russell against Mitchell. Russell to pass to Johnson. With the floater. That shot's good. Russell making the play.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Here's Ware. Offensive rebound. Outside for Mitchell. On target from range.
For a center, Adebayo is an excellent passer. He's always so aware of his surroundings.
Williams from long range. Miami grabs the miss. 30 seconds left to play in the first. Adebayo finds Hero. Launches it. Rebounded by Johnson. Nets leading by 7. Fast break, Brooklyn. Here's Thomas for 3. Sinks the tray. Thomas has got 14 points.
Their ability to space the floor has been the story of this game.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that three-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And so it's Brooklyn closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nets.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
And boy, have they started out quick, running the floor, taking advantage of their speed.
Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Williams in at the 3. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Thomas, that's good.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
Adebayo with it. To the paint. Here's Jovic. Yes, and it's Adebayo picking up the assist. Adebayo's got his 4th assist in this one. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. Here's Johnson. That's a foul called on Cameron Johnson. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Heat trail by 10. Doris, someone who plays within himself. Nick Claxton knows what his team wants from him.
There's real value in a player understanding his role, and that's Nick Claxton. Sprint the floor, rebound, rim protect. He knows who he is and what puts him on the floor. This guy gets up in the air so smoothly. Andrew Wiggins, a nice foundation for that shot.
The 3 from Russell. Miami grabs the miss.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
Pass to Jovic. Fires the 3. Williams grabs the board. And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. They've led by as much as 10. Johnson a screen on Hero. Brooklyn no good that time either. Heat trail by 7. Adebayo in the post. Johnson on him. Jovic passes to Wiggins. Fades away. Russell with the rebound. The Nets have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Williams from long range. Brooklyn no good that time either. Miami has gone just 1 of 5 so far this quarter from 3. And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Claxton buries it down low. And the Nets lead by 9. Miami shooting around 29% in quarter number 2. Adebayo from long range. The rebound by the Nets. Russell's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Thomas. He goes up again. Second shot opportunity. It falls again. He's now 8 for 12 from the floor.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Wiggins passes to Adebayo. Back to Wiggins. Good, and the assist goes to Adebayo. Wiggins has got 6 in the quarter. NBA scoring has been climbing over the past decades, Graham. Is the league too offensive at the moment, you think?
Well, we know that people like scoring, the fans, players, everyone, but the league needs to make sure there aren't hamstringing defenders too much. So I think allowing some more physicality incentivizes the defender to defend, and now we have competition on both sides of the ball.
Hero against Thomas. Outside Johnson. Inside. Tipped. And stolen by Adebayo. There's 48 seconds left in the first half of this one. Jovic's shot is off.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Here's Russell. Gets it to go. His second make in 6 tries. Heat trail by 8. Now here's Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Hero for 3. Brooklyn with the board. Outside Russell. To the middle. 4 seconds left. And Claxton throws it down.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Hero for 3. Oh, with the clock running down, he nails a big shot.
Big shot taker, big shot maker.
Woo! That is a way to fire him up, fire up the team. What a tremendous play.
And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Brooklyn out in front, up 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
Well, if he's hit threes like he did in the first half, he's going to have a monster night.
What I love is they've continued to feed this guy, ride the hot hand until the defense does something about it.
And on the floor for Eric Spoelstra starting the second half. They've got Duncan Robinson. He's out there with Alec Burks. And it's Ware in at the 5 down low. Melton misses. Heat trail by 5. For 3, Robinson. And the three-pointer goes. Robinson's got his first 3 points of the game.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Second chance effort. From deep. Jaquez grabs the board. Miami has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. From deep three-point land. No good on the shot.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Heat trail by 4. Well, Grant, the Miami Heat are as professionally run as any franchise in this league.
Yeah, and certain numbers point to that. They minimize turnovers, they don't commit cheap fouls, and they hit their free throws. So, in other words, they don't give anything away.
Nails it from 3.
Well, he showed right there. This guy capable of making shots, especially if you leave him that wide open.
Outside Burks. Beyond the arc. Pure from three-point range. Highsmith's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. The Heat have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Miami making a switch here. Adebayo's checked in. And the Nets with possession here. They've led by as many as 11. Shoots it from the high post. Here's Sharp. Pass to Watford. The 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Watford's got 6 points in the quarter.
Such a boost to this offense when this guy can knock down uncontested threes.
Adebayo finds Burks. And that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Robinson for 3. Doesn't go that time. Nets leading by 7. Pass to Watford. Here's Wilson. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Robinson on the wing. 4-3. Good. And the assist goes to Adebayo. Adebayo's got 8 assists in the game. And Melton, here we go. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
He sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hanging up there like that. Adebayo passes to Burks. Off target with the 3.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Down low. They swipe it. Adebayo passes to Burks.
Heat foul. First personal foul.
Brooklyn leading by 6. Pass to Melton. Lets it go from the wing. And Brooklyn again with a bucket.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Adebayo passes to Jaquez. Back to Adebayo. Pass to Ware. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Miami shooting their initial free throws of the game here. You know, Grant, with the Nets, there was so much optimism just a few years back.
And it was just too bad to see things go south. It's a reminder that nothing is as easy as it seems in the NBA. Even with a superstar roster, things don't always work out.
Adebayo against Melton. Adebayo in the post. 6 points for him. Where? That's good.
And Adebayo showing another element of his game. Nice vision to set up the bucket.
Melton left side. And yep, it's good. Melton's got 6 points. Here's Adebayo. Just 3 on the clock. And he lays it up and in.
Good job attacking. Those restricted area shots are what every NBA team is looking for.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the 3rd. Both teams putting up some points. Brooklyn out in front, up by 4.
Here it comes, fans.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And Russell's got the ball here for Brooklyn. They lead by 4. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the Nets 5.
See, to me, the more D'Angelo Russell passes the basketball, the better his team is. Encouraging to see him focus on it.
Pass to Ware. For 3. The rebound by the Nets. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now. Outside, Williams.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Here's Mitchell. Now Adebayo. And Adebayo slams it in.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. Offensive rebound. Tries again. And Claxton with a nice bucket inside.
Offensive rebounding is all about wanting it. Fantastic effort there, leading to second chance points. I love it. Nice activity defensively. Getting in there to disrupt the pass.
A few possessions into the 4th. Just over a minute played. To the left side wing. Lets it fly. And it's Ware missing.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Heat trail by 7. It's Wiggins on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Yes, and it's Adebayo picking up the assist.
Now, sometimes Wiggins better off when he doesn't have to put the ball on the deck.
Johnson a screen on Hero. Here's Thomas for 3. And it's Miami with a rebound. Adebayo's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And there's a whistle. That goes on Cam Thomas. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
The deep 3 from Hero. No good on the quick 3. Nets leading by 4. Williams from long range sinks the tray. Williams has got 6 here in the quarter.
What you love about D'Angelo Russell, he can impact winning with both his scoring and his passing.
And finished off by Adebayo.
And he's playing the game with a certain flair right now.
Oh, he caps off the move with a little hang time on the rim. Russell, Adebayo grabs the board. Heat trail by 5. Here's Ware. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
Miami has gone 1 for 3 in the 4th quarter from range. Hero, the pass to Mitchell. Here's Adebayo. And finished off by Adebayo.
Rising to the challenge, Adebayo stays under control and hits a big-time shot.
From outside the arc, Thomas, that's good. Thomas has got 24.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
Offensive rebound. Kicks it to Hero. From behind the arc. That one doesn't drop. He's 4 for 10 from the field now. Nets leading by 4. Here's Williams. Adebayo grabs the board. Adebayo's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Wiggins, no good.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
It's Thomas on the wing. He's guarded by Hero. Fires it from 18. Thomas misses.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Hero with the bucket.
A huge bucket for Hero. I mean, we've seen it do it in the finals, and the moment not too big for Tyler.
Hero against Thomas. Claxton a screen on Mitchell. The 3 from Russell. Rebound Miami. And here's Adebayo. Pass to Mitchell. Up and over Russell. Can't tie it up. That one misses. Thomas outside. Laces one from 3.
They're really employing a deep-range initiative here in the 4th, and it's working.
It feels like they have worked their perimeter game to perfection, swinging the ball, cashing in from the outside. What a performance.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Russell into the lane. And then Russell with the dunk.
Oh, man, how good is he at turning on the Jets and getting to that next level? D'Angelo Russell, fearless, driving on the interior.
Hero for 3. Yes!
Hero.
And now they trail by just 4.
How about the timing? Could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
And so the ball out of bounds. Hero touched it last.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
Yeah, the anticipation was there. The hustle was there. Very close to picking that one.
Russell from outside. Williams' shot is good.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
So we see Brooklyn get the win here. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves, but at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. We can expect more of a methodical pace. Brent. I think in this one, what do you think?
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. Both of these teams love to run their offense in the half court. They'll slow things down. They'll love the setups. They'll try to manipulate a couple of the plays to get matchups they want. Neither side afraid to take it under 5 seconds on the shot clock, and that patience may pay off.
So here's Miami's starting group. Mitchell is out there with Hero. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Ware in at the 5.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry. Hero, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to Johnson. Lets it go from the wing, and good that time.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Now, here's Mitchell, the 17-footer. Okongwu grabs the board.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And Reza Shea, the prototypical size and skill for a wingman.
Yeah, he's got some jelly to his game. Handle, touch. At his size, that becomes very tough to contain.
And Hero early on in his career finds himself in these big-time moments.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Well, I was able to speak with Quinn Snyder just before the game. I asked Coach about facing off against Bam Adebayo, and he told me the dangerous thing about Bam is his versatility. He's able to play different roles for his team depending on the matchup. And that versatility makes it difficult to game plan against him. Guys?
Thank you, David.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
From downtown, a three-pointer is right on target. Hero's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Heat.
That's a go-to shot for Tyler Hero, so confident in his ability to connect from deep.
Johnson left side. Over Adebayo. That's good from Johnson on the assist from Young. Johnson's got 6 points.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
Adebayo kicks to Mitchell. Pass to Hero. Puts up a deep three. Okongwu grabs the board. The Hawks leading by 3. Young with the ball. Now defended by Adebayo. Johnson, that's for 2. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
And he's good on the 3 ball.
Well, right now, helping the offense out by creating space. Andrew Wiggins deadly enough from that spot.
And here's Young, following the 3-pointer by Andrew Wiggins. Pass to Reza Shea. Shoots a fader. Miami grabs the miss. And stolen by Okongwu. Back to Daniels. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chest out for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Bam Adebayo. Atlanta shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
And the Hawks have been part of the play-in tournament 3 consecutive seasons.
Yeah, since that run, Kevin, in the 2021 conference finals, it has been tough sledding for Atlanta. They've really been stuck and middling in that 7 to 10 range, which is forcing you to play some tough opponents in those early rounds. And they have not overcome that.
Here's Reza Shea following the basket by Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, if you give Reza Shea a chance at the rim, he's going to make you pay.
Wiggins, a screen on Okongwu. Ware. And it's off from 3-point range. Stolen by Mitchell. Pass to Adebayo. Outside, Hero. Fires from deep. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
So many things that Adebayo does as a big man, but it's that passing skill that really separates him.
Ricochet wide open. No good with the triple. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. Good ball movement here by the Heat. And here's Adebayo. A miss that time. Would have put him up. Johnson outside. The 3. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 4 rebounds now tonight. 4 seconds left. And he dunks it down.
I'd say that shot is well within his range.
I would hope so. And a deep 3 from Young. Tyler Hero has been leading the charge for the Heat. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Miami.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
The front court is Ricochet and Johnson. Young is out there with Daniels. And it's Okongwu in at the center position. So that's the Hawks 5. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple. When I came into this league as a defender, I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
Certainly, DA is a two-way threat. It's good. Nice touch there from Okongwu.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitor.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Hero passes to Jovic. Now Adebayo. Pass to Jovic. Ricochet with the steal. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
Johnson outside. Johnson with a screen on Mitchell. Johnson dishes to Young. Rebound by the Heat. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. You know, Brent, when you wonder why GMs take a risk on project big men, Bam Adebayo is an example of why they do just that.
Yeah, Kevin, it's not always about the project working out. It's about teams that have a plan for the project. And certainly Miami was able to do that. You have to credit Bam. He put the work in. The guy has been solid. He's an all-star. He's continuing to improve, and he gives you everything on both ends of the floor every night.
Wiggins surveying the floor, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor, not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
The Hawks trailing. Okongwu with it. From the wing. The putback. It's good on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Mitchell against Johnson. Great communication on the alley-oop. And the Heat lead by 2.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Here's Hero. 14 points for him. Pass to Adebayo. Here's Jovic. The three. Rebound, Atlanta. Okongwu's now got 6 rebounds now in the game. Daniels kicks to Okongwu. Johnson, a wide open look. Stolen by Hero. In transition, here comes Miami. Deft touch on the alley-oop.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
And Brent, the super team era is indeed coming to a close. The Miami Heat were one of the most successful examples.
Yeah, Kevin, you're obviously referring to the Heatles with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. I think there are some fans out there that go back to when it was that they had that press conference and were throwing up 6, 7, 8. And so 2 titles, yes, of course, amazing. Chances to win championships, amazing. Could there have been more? Possibly.
Young, no good. Miami leading by 4. Adebayo passes to Hero. Loads it up for Adebayo. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing. Scratching your head to that turnover.
Here's Young. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And such a nice stroke for a rookie. Ricochet looking like a polished shooter already.
And it's Adebayo in the corner. Plenty of space. And it's Ricochet with the rebound.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Johnson dishes to Daniels. And Tyler Hero gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution on the court.
17 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And here's Young from the arc. Here's Johnson. The kick out to Young. This one for 3. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
What a way to end the half there, guys. Big time 3 to take the lead at the buzzer.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You gotta like what Tyler Hero has done in this one.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And for Miami, look at who they've got out there. We've got Duncan Robinson. He's out there with Alec Burks. And it's Highsmith in at the 4-man position. Works for 3. Doesn't go for it. The Hawks leading by 4. Beyond the arc. At demand. Puts up a deep 3. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lobs it up for Hawkins. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. Brent, one thing we've seen these days, 3-point variance. Can you explain it?
Well, Kevin, who's hot and who's not? That's basically what it comes down to. Look, coaches are going to have strategies against teams. A lot of teams are taking a lot more threes, but on a night where they are knocking down shots that you're willing to live with, that's when you just tip the cap, take the loss, and move on.
Niang, no good.
Yeah, I have no idea why he went with the fadeaway there. The defense was nowhere near him, and he should have just kept it simple.
Burks for 3. Good on the triple. Alec Burks. Burks has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open 3 when he's got it.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat will take it the other way.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Miami's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. 90 seconds now into the second half.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot off.
Man finds Niang. Atlanta again missing.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. I think that's some big dough.
Is it ever? It remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Krejci's got it all tied up now for Atlanta.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
A shot by Burks. Nobody around. And it's off from three-point range. Krejci passes to Nance. Again, the Hawks good for 2.
Nance Jr. wasting no time and quick decision-making, helping out that possession.
Hawkins outside. Lots of room. And good. Get the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Pass to Krejci. Right wing. Here's Niang. Off target with his 3. Miami's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Hawkins with the ball. There's a good screen. Burks in the corner. From deep. Rebounded by the Hawks.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that. That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Robinson finds Burks. Puts up a deep 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. Burks has got 6.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Stolen by Robinson. And it's the Heat on the break. "20 seconds left to play in the third. From outside the arc. Hawkins the pass to Robinson. Here's Highsmith. Pass to Ware. It's stolen by Nance. On the wing, man. Launches it. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And we wrap up the third and looking to be an exciting fourth quarter. We'll get right back to the action when... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. So with Johnson on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. Niang out there with Terrence Mann. Then there's Larry Nance. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Krejci in at the 1. LeVert with a wide open look. The long distance 3 is buried. And the Hawks lead by 3. And here's Zero. He'll bring it up for the Miami Heat. From the arc. That ball is good for another field goal. His 6th. He is 6 for 9 on the stat sheet.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Man gets the bucket.
Man, that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
And it's a completely new group for Atlanta. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That is his first foul of the game. Wiggins, a screen on Johnson. Adebayo drives in. And Adebayo throws it down.
And Bam just getting way up that time and finishing with ferocity.
Okongwu with the screen for Rizeshe. A three-pointer, no good. And Miami shooting has been just great so far.
Oh, yes, sir. And how about the acrobatics from Andrew Wiggins? Way up that time.
Johnson kicks to Young. Kicks it out to Johnson. Wide open look here for Okongwu. Misses the three. The Heat have gotten all three of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Adebayo passes to Mitchell. Wiggins outside. Atlanta with the rebound. Pass to Okongwu. Shoots the three. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson. And it's 8 points for Onyeka Okongwu. Outside, Hero for three. Rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now, Rizeshe. Daniels kicks to Johnson. The Hawks working the ball around. They swipe it. Young with no one around. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking.
Oh!
Yeah. And Wiggins committed to help the team out offensively. Big shot.
Atlanta's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Young from outside. A second chance effort, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Nice work to get it inside and drop contact.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Miami.
I'm in love with how they're moving the basketball all game long, and also their ability to move without the ball. That style just makes it so difficult to defend.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 1.
You have to love Trae Young's relentlessness on the floor. His focus, just giving the game 100% of himself and not messing around in any regard. And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
The shot by Adebayo, no good. Hawks have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And it's Rizeshe missing. For Miami, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as they've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
And Wiggins stepping up in a big moment. That's huge for this ball club.
There's the drive. And there's Okongwu. That's good on the assist from Young. Okongwu's now got 6 in the quarter. Miami's on 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That's foul number 2 for him.
Atlanta foul.
1:04 left here in the fourth quarter. Adebayo against Johnson. This possession gives them a chance to take the lead.
Yeah, they don't want to let this one slip away.
And here are the Heat. Mitchell kicks to Wiggins. with the fadeaway. Good.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
Higgins against Okongwu. Here's Ricochet. It's hauled in by Hero.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he is unable to get the second one.
A three and nothing but a three will do here.
Nah, this is all from the perimeter and outside the arc here.
Okongwu finds Johnson. Young from outside buries the triple. A tremendous three to tie it up.
It's in. Trae Young comes up huge this time, looking like the go-to guy.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Both teams changing it up here. Outside Hero. Jacks up a three. Misses the tray. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Young from outside. He made it. He gets it to go. Whoa.
Down he goes at the buzzer. Boy, it doesn't get any better than that.
Thank you for that, Dave.
of the crop.
Well, a lot of people would say that this is a guard-oriented league. I think it's a league of all the positions, but tonight, certainly, whoever can win that guard battle will probably go home with the W.
Certainly the headliner tonight. Now the opening lineup for the Brooklyn Nets. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward. The 3 from Reza Shea. That one's good, and it's Young with the assist.
Okay, a little bit of a heat check for the rookie. Reza Shea feeling confident.
The 3 from Russell. And Young pulls it down. Now here's Okongwu. Outside Young. Back to Okongwu. The 3 ball. And Atlanta hits again from deep.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Brooklyn with the ball. 8-point game. Well, Grant, aside from making East Finals in 2021, how would you assess Trae Young's teams?
Well, they're always solid offensive teams, but Trae is the type of player that you need to surround with defensive-minded guys, and he hasn't really had that.
Here's Reza Shea. Pass to Okongwu. Fader on the way. And it's Thomas with the rebound.
Well, he's more than comfortable in the mid-range, but you can't make them all.
Williams misses. The Hawks have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Here's Okongwu. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Okongwu's got 7.
Yeah, what a look. I mean, Young, a high-level passer.
Here's Russell. Rebound, Trae Young.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Brooklyn has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And here's Thomas from the arc. Counted from distance. He's got 6.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Young misses. Brooklyn's gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Russell the pass to Thomas. The 3. The rebound by Atlanta.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving.
Reza Shea, no good.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
Some room here for Williams. Okongwu with the rebound. Atlanta leading by 4. From deep, Johnson. Claxton with the rebound. The Nets have gone only 2 of 6 from the field. All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big 3. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
Putting that pass right in his stride, didn't have to slow up, and was able to complete the play.
Outside Johnson. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Pass to Williams. There's the triple. The shot misses. And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for Atlanta. And here's Johnson. Takes a 3. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Russell from outside. Hits a 3-pointer.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Okongwu. 7 points in the game. Back to Johnson. Pass to Daniels. Shot clock at 6. Rebounded by the Nets. 27 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And here's Thomas from the arc. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
Well, he saw the defender back, and he got the look he liked from 3 and capitalized.
There's Young with the 3. And it's Thomas with the rebound. Russell from outside. Claxton passes to Williams. And the Nets tack on 2 more.
Yeah, well, passing it inside out is always a good idea. You can usually get your teammate a clean look.
Cam Thomas getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. Hitting 3 trays in the quarter, providing some... And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And looking at what we've seen from the Nets, what do you think, guys?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
So on the floor for Brooklyn, Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. Cam Thomas out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams in at the small forward position. Johnson on the wing, releases, and is good. Off the back rim and in. Johnson's got 7 points in the game. The Nets with the lead. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
The game on the line. Ice Trey is a dangerous man. Young said, I've been owning the moment my whole life. That's what I do. I work too hard to be afraid of the moment. Brian?
Well, Allie, it definitely shows in his play. It's great stuff there. Thank you. Johnson on the wing, covered by Johnson. Here's Daniels. Rebounded by Johnson. Brooklyn leading by 3. And Claxton throws it down.
Ooh, just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Young, the pass to Okongwu. No good on the 3. Brooklyn has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. And Claxton throws it down.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Lets it go. Plenty of room to knock down that one.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Thomas outside. Pass to Williams. Fade away. The rebound by Atlanta. Okongwu's got his 4th rebound in this one. Well, Coach, we know how good Young is offensively, but he gets heavy criticism for his defense.
Yeah, look, and at 6'1", 164 pounds, he has some obvious limitations, Brian, but he's shown improved effort as a defender, and it shows in his defensive rating.
And you have to have that scoring ability on the floor. Fires in the triple.
Well, coaches will take that any day. Don't pass up open threes like that.
Thomas outside. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Thomas has got 5 points in the quarter. Young looking around. Over Russell. And it's Atlanta scoring again.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look.
Oh, got a piece of it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Russell.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Pass to Rizashea. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
And how about the skill of Rizashea? Able to outwork the contact and finish what he started.
And out on the wing, Zach Rizashea has so many things scouts are looking for these days.
Yeah, B.A., this guy has tremendous potential as a two-way threat. Great length, good athleticism, and his jump shot could be elite. Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Thomas, left side. Pass to Claxton. It's stolen by Okongwu. Here we go. Lets it fly from 18. Daniels misses. Brooklyn has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. They get it back. Here's Johnson. The shot's good. Johnson's got 6.
And if I'm his coach, I'm very pleased with this kind of energy on the offensive glass. Textbook play.
Outside Young. That is Trey's shot. The 3.
The deep ball from Young. He only needs a little wiggle room to feel comfortable firing away.
Russell to pass to Johnson. That shot's good. Russell making the play. Russell's got 4 assists in the game. Hawks trail by 3. Outside Young. The 3 is up. That's his 5th miss. Only made 2 shots in this one so far. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. From deep. Thomas misses.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot. But better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots. And heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
And here's Russell. Pass to Thomas. Puts up a deep 3. No good on the buzzer beater. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into the half. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
The numbers say it all. He spent the first half playing efficient ball.
Yeah, it's not like he's getting everything at the rim. He's playing smart and just taking what the defense gives him.
We've got George Niang. He's out there with Terrence Mann. Larry Nance is out there with Karis LeVert. And it's Krejci in at the point. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. For the lead, LeVert, that's good. LeVert's gotten his first points in this one. And, Coach, you took the Magic to the 2009 NBA Finals. Give us an idea of the different kind of pressure that exists in the finals.
Well, I didn't really feel as much pressure, but at the end of it, it was excruciating to get that close and to have a chance and then to lose in 5 games. Like, you know, even then going through it, that it's going to be hard to get another chance at it. So I would just sum it up and say excruciating.
Throw it down on the lob.
Beautiful setup on the alley-oop.
Great catch, great flush. Right side man, outside for LeVert. Puts up a 3. The rebound by the Nets.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Wilson, no good.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for him that time.
And LeVert with a bucket on the assist by Nance. LeVert's got 5 now.
That's a big make for LeVert. Should help his confidence.
And 6-man, a common term in basketball, has a unique meaning for the Atlanta Hawks, Greg.
Yeah, it's the name of their fan base. Extremely loyal and passionate, and they've swayed the outcome of games.
And he's going for the lob. Outside man from downtown. Sharp grabs the miss. Nets trail by 3. Connects from downtown. The Hawks have gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Here's Krejci. No made baskets yet. And here's LeVert for 3. That one doesn't drop. Oh, it's stolen by LeVert. Niang outside. 3-pointer off the mark. Brooklyn is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Fader on the way. Sharp, no good. Outside man. Fires for 3. Sharp grabs the miss. Sharp's got 4 rebounds now. Melton passes to Sharp. Here's Watford. Soft touch off the glass. And the Nets lead by 2.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Out left to the wing. Here's Krejci. Knocks down the triple. For Brooklyn, they've gone cold here in this third quarter. Just 3 of 9. Pass to Sharp. Now here's Watford. Watford with a screen. From deep, Melton. They get it again. Great positioning on the putback. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
Man. And a miss there on the triple.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in most possessions.
Wilson, no good. Right now, a close game in Atlanta. Here's Mann. Buries it from 3.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Here's the 3. He drops it from range. He's got 6.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. From deep, Melton. He can't get it to go.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Wing shot on the way. Here's Sharp. Pass to Wilson. From deep, Melton knocks it down from distance. Melton's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
And we wrap up the third, and it looks like it's going to be an exciting fourth. We've got more hoops coming your way. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammates. That is pretty.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. On the court for the Nets as we get the fourth quarter going. Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Williams in at the small forward position.
A volume 3-point shooter. The coaching staff encourages Russell to fire away.
Plenty of space. Man misses.
And that's one he wants back, just wide open, but not able to connect that time.
Russell from outside. Nance pulls down the board. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
And Nance with the slam.
The great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
And the Hawks going with a whole new group out there. The 3 from Russell. It's rebounded by Rizichet. The Hawks have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Young, the pass to Johnson. Outside Young, 3-pointer. Rebound Brooklyn. Claxton's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Thomas. Johnson finds Thomas. Brooklyn, no good that time either. The Hawks leading. Here's Young. Yep, right through the net.
That's a fantastic feed right there. Kicking it out for the good look. Plays like this really help team chemistry.
And here's Thomas from the arc. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Thomas has got 20 points. Young against Russell. Pass to Rizachet. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync. One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
So crafty off the dribble. Russell stops on a dime and gets the separation he needs.
Okongwu, a screen on Russell. Young from long range. They get it back. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. Thomas passes to Russell. And the net's another three.
Oh, and Russell loves to remind us that he has ice in his veins. Big-time bucket.
Johnson for three. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Williams. That shot's good. Russell making the play. And now it's a 5-point Brooklyn lead. Atlanta's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this 4th quarter. Here's Johnson. Another one falls for Atlanta.
They have a never-give-up attitude.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got 0 quitting.
Here's Thomas for three. The rebound by Atlanta. Here's Rizachet. Fires the three. Daniels misses. And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. 3-point lead. Fires from deep. Rebounded by the Hawks. Okongwu's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Young from long range. And that's up and in. 5 for 12 in this game.
And this is why Young is a go-to guy. He can get it done even under the toughest circumstances.
And Williams punches it home.
And now that's a momentum builder for sure. So important in a close game.
Look at his teammates here. They love it. Plays like that gonna get them going.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. That'll be a 2nd foul of the game. Russell up top. Offline from the top of the key. Okongwu, the pass to Young. There's the three. And it's Thomas with the rebound. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Williams on the wing. Lets it go from deep. And knocks down the three.
Gotta love how they've just maintained their intensity, even when they're this far up.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, just protect the ball, make smart decisions, don't give them a chance to get back in the game.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time clutch.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Next ball.
Here's Russell. From the arc. It's not going to go for him. And so it's Quinn Snyder here calling timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. What do you think Coach will be drawing up here?
And this comes down to whether they want to go for a 3 to win or send it to overtime with a 2. Either way, it's got to happen off this inbound pass.
So it's a narrow victory for the Nets, pulling it out for the W. And this was